Ubisoft just dropped a free update for AC Shadows, but this time something's different. We're not just getting another filler quest. There's betrayal, mystery, and a lore twist that could reshape the story entirely. Even more surprisingly, some of the smallest gameplay tweaks might have overhauled Shadow's entire experience in a way that actually made the game feel better. So stick around till the end as I'll explain everything in detail. Let's start with the star of the most recent update, Rufino. The Spaniard is our new ally. If you recruited everyone in the base game, he becomes the 7th companion so far. But for some reason, he's not been added to the board's ally roster. There could be a reason behind this. Maybe Rufino isn't meant to stay around forever. Maybe he's not a permanent ally, or it could be something as simple as the devs not bothering to redesign the menu. But that aside, the real reason this update matters is Rufino's questline. Shadows has had free story content before, like the Louis Froys one, but that storyline barely changed anything and didn't expand on the larger narrative at all. Fans were frustrated, and rightfully so. Most of the Shadows-based game content either ignored or mishandled the core Assassin vs Templar conflict. The stuff people actually care about just wasn't there. But that's not the case this time. Rufino's story taps directly into the root of the series, and for once we're left with a solid cliffhanger, something the main game never gave us. At least not like this. What stood out to me even more was how different this quest felt from the rest. The writing had more depth, characters weren't painted as just good or evil. You're forced to question your choices. It gives us a fresh lens to view the conflict. Also, in my opinion, Rufino's voice acting felt way better than most side characters from the base game.
You say you want to protect the innocent. Taking this path will lead to their death.
Now, this is still free content. It's not some massive paid expansion, but for what it is, Ubisoft actually pulled it off. Playing through it felt like the story was finally getting exciting, not just because we get to assassinate more Templars. While that's great, and seeing Naoe and Yasuke finally share a scene where they're properly talking about the Templars felt good, what really caught me off guard was the letter you find at the end of the quest. It's a message sent to Gaspar, the Templar you just killed. In it, someone talks about how Duarte and Caro, two of the big Templar villains from the main game, failed to hold control over Japan, and now it's up to this Gaspar guy and his group of killers to take over the Seta River region. But why, you may ask? Because the Templars plan to deploy the Black Cross to Japan in order to flip the war in their favor. According to Assassin's Creed Wiki, Black Cross is an enigmatic Templar rank created by the Inner Sanctum for the purposes of combating internal corruption and searching for pieces of Eden. So to me, even the description is exciting, let alone facing this group in the game. And second, it made me wonder, who actually sent this letter? That mystery alone is something Shadows hadn't really delivered before. For the first time, I was genuinely curious about what's coming next. The main game barely gave us anything like that. Besides the bugs Naoe searches for throughout the game, there wasn't much to latch onto, but this letter, this quest, it actually made me care again. If I had to guess, I would say the letter came from some important Templar figure. Maybe a Grandmaster that we're going to meet in the claws of a YG expansion. Maybe he's the one pulling all the strings. We don't know much yet, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But the story quest isn't the only big win in this update. Ubisoft also dropped some of the most requested quality of life changes since Shadows launched, and every single one of them helps the game feel way more immersive. First, you can finally toggle headgear in cutscenes. Before this, every dialogue scene weirdly forced your character to remove their headgear, which killed the mood completely. Now the scenes feel more natural. Honestly, it even helps hide some of the rougher facial animations. You can also turn off those distracting visual effects during certain actions, which we've been asking for since before the game's release. Yes, it came a little late, but it's here now, and it makes a big difference. It's not just about visuals either. Turning these off actually changes how you play. Take the stealth outline for example. When you hide in bushes or shadows, the game usually outlines your character to confirm you're hidden, but with it off, you need to actually know you're hidden. The same goes for enemy attacks. You can now disable the flashy indicators and rely purely on their animations. That makes every fight more intense, and that's the beauty of it. These toggles not only boost immersion, they crank up the difficulty. If you turn everything off, you need to learn patterns, time your moves, and truly master the combat. Speaking of that, the new difficulty setting this update introduced is incredible to say the least. It changes a lot. The guaranteed assassination option is locked in this difficulty, so your build matters more than ever. Enemies hit harder too, and on top of that, their detection range is higher, making stealth much more demanding but way way more satisfying. Now, combine this with the visual toggles and suddenly Shadows becomes one of the most hardcore AC games ever made. But this also brings out a major weakness, which brings us to the new regional alert system. It's really cool in theory. If you kill too many guards or cause chaos in cities, you'll trigger a full alert, and guardians will come hunting you down in that region. But the problem shows up right there. Once you're wanted, you have two options. Either reset the alarm or run. There's no way to blend in, no way to lose hit by hiding in crowds or wearing common clothes. If social stealth existed, this system would shine. Instead, right now it exposes what Shadows still lacks. Assassin's Creed Unity had gear that adjusted your stealth and combat stats. Shadows could take that idea and push it further. Face masks, light disguises, or armor sets that let you blend in or throw off suspicion. Yasuke especially needs this. He already stands out. But if he could use heavy armor or head coverings to sneak through cities without turning heads, it would open up entirely new ways to play the game. But even with all these wins, there are still a few things missing. First off, no new game plus yet. It's confirmed to be in the works, but we still don't know when it's coming. It would have been nice to have it by now, but unfortunately, that's not the case. We also still can't meditate or change the time of day. A previous update added the option through photo mode, but that's not the same. You still can't control it during regular gameplay, which sucks. And there are still no lanterns or torches either, making nighttime exploration a pain. With no proper way to change time and no light sources, some moments feel straight up tedious, unless you're on PC and can mod your way out of it. Now, a few more additional features could seriously improve how the game plays. A proper weapon wheel or quick swap bar like the older games had would help a lot. In Shadows, you're limited to 2 active weapons unless you pause and dig through the inventory, which really kills the pacing and adds pointless menuing in the middle of combat. That kills the flow. A better weapon switcher would instantly fix that. Also, while I really appreciate the addition of Nightmare mode, I just wish there were modifiers like in Valhalla so we could tweak the insanely spongy enemy health bars. I really enjoy tough challenges, but making enemies tankier isn't the only way to raise difficulty. They can still hit like a truck and kill me in 2 hits, but they should go down fast too. And while we're at it, more use for the grappling hook would be great. Just letting us swing freely would make parkour feel smoother without needing to change the map at all. These are the kinds of quality of life changes that will go a long way. Quality of life features are not the only things missing though. I really hope we get a playable modern day section at some point. That and more weapon types or combat styles for both characters. We already know Nao is getting a new weapon in the first expansion, but Yasuke still can't dual wield katanas. That's just a huge missed opportunity. And we still can't customize his second blade either. I think it's called the Wakizashi if I'm not mistaken, but the game won't let us customize it manually. Little things like that would add so much if Ubisoft finally decides to include them. So what does all this mean for the future of Shadows? Let's break it down. The Rufino quest proves Ubisoft can still deliver narrative surprises even in free post-launch content. The writing here is on a completely different level from the filler quests in the base game. If they can keep that momentum going, if they keep giving us memorable characters, better writing and proper cliffhangers, then Shadows might actually shape up to be one of the best AC games in years. The quality of life changes also shows something important. Ubisoft is listening. Quebec is clearly trying to fix the game. Whether you like this game or not, Shadows is a good game that just feels like it's missing a few key things. If they keep patching in what's missing and refining what's already there, this game has a real shot at redemption. One that could turn it from a missed opportunity or just a good game into something people look back on and say, that was when AC started getting great again. By fixing the gameplay feel, adding missing features, and pushing the story in the right direction, Ubisoft isn't just improving Shadow's gameplay or saving its story. They might actually be saving the game from fading into the background. But there's still one major problem: the animations. You can have a good quest, an emotional scene, or a powerful moment, and then the characters move like puppets. It kills the entire mood. It makes serious scenes feel like someone's playing with stiff dolls. And the worst part is a smaller European studio like Warhorse can make normal cutscenes in Kingdom Come 2 look better than anything here. Minus the properly motion captured cutscenes, of course. Meanwhile, Ubisoft with all its resources just shrugs. It's unacceptable. This animation system is dragging the game and frankly the entire franchise down at this point. And unless it's improved, no amount of good writing or cool features will make the scenes or at times even the stories land the way they should. Ubisoft, you've already shown you care. You're improving parkour. You're adding genuinely good features. Now, please take the time and fix this too, so we don't have to sit through these lifeless wooden scenes in future content. It's time.